Okay. Today let us solve the problem on simply supported beam subjected to uniformly varying load. This is the uniformly varying load. Here the load at node 1 is 0 and the load at the node number 2 is 40 kilonewton per meter, and also it is subjected to 80 kilonewton. They are given the cross section as 100 millimeter into 100 millimeter. Young's modulus 2.1 into 10 power of 5 Newton per millimeter square. Poisson's ratio 0.27. We need to compute the maximum deflection, shear force diagram as well as bending moment diagram. Okay, let us solve this. Let us see the calculation part of this. Okay, see, if we consider the calculation part, first I'll come for the deformation. See, deformation, here there are two loads. One is uniformly varying load 40 kilonewton per meter. I need to convert this into point load, and there is one more point load, that is 80 kilonewton per meter. If I consider one load 40 kilonewton per meter, I need to find out the value of deformation delta 1 with respect to load 40 kilonewton per meter, and I need to find out the deformation delta 2 for 80 kilonewton. For this, the deformation delta 1 is equal to W1 L1 square L2 square divided by 3 EI into L. Here the value of I is 8.33 into 10 power of 6. That is, the formula for I is BH cube by 12. Both values of B and H is 100. 100 into 100 cube by 12, you will get 8.33 into 10 power of 6. We know W1, that is uniformly varying load. To convert this into point load, it will become half into base into height. Here the base is 3000, height is 40. Therefore, half into 3000 into 40 into L1 L2. For this, L1 will become 3000, L2 will become 3000. Divided by 3 E, 2.1 into 10 power of 5 I into L. Total length is 6000. If I substitute, I'll get 154.34 millimeter. Similarly, delta 2 for 80 kilonewton load, therefore delta 2 is equal to, if I substitute all the values, I'll get 115.76. Therefore total deformation delta is equal to 270 millimeter. Similarly, to find out SFD and BMD, first we need to find out the value of the reaction force, that is RA, RD. To find out the reaction force, we need to take the moment about any point. If I take the moment about point A or moment about point D, so I'll get the value of RD is equal to 80,000 Newton, RA is equal to 60,000 Newton. This calculation part, since you have learnt in your third semester, so I won't concentrate much on this calculation part. So this is the shear force diagram and this is the bending moment diagram. So shear force diagram, here the shear force maximum and minimum value is 60,000 as well as 80,000. This is the maximum and minimum value. Next, bending moment diagram. In this bending moment at A and D will be equal to 0. Here the maximum bending moment occurred at point C, that is 12 into 10 power of 7 Newton millimeter. Let us cross check these values with respect to answers. Okay, as we know, this is the ANSYS main menu. See, in this, first I'll start with the preferences, structural, H method, okay. Next, preprocessor, element type, add. I'll click on add. I'll start from the beginning. File, clear and start new. Do not read file, okay. Yes, okay. So this is the ANSYS main menu. Preferences, structural, H method, okay. Preprocessor, element type, add. I'll select beam to node 188, okay. I'll close this. Next, after element type, next is material property, material model, structural, linear, elastic, isotropic. The value of Young's modulus is 2.1 e power of 5. Next, Poisson's ratio is 0.27. They are given in the problem, okay. I'll close this. Next, I'll go for sections, beam, common section. I'll give the value of B and H, that is 100. The value of H is also 100, okay. Next, sections I'll minimize. Next, I'll go for modeling, create key points in active CS. First key point, I'll give it as origin 0, 0, 0. Next, I'll click on apply. Next, second key point. See, the second key point is at a distance of 3000 apply. Next third key point is at a distance of 4500 apply. Next fourth key point is at a distance of 6000 okay. I have created the key points. Next, after creating the key points, next I'll go for lines, straight line. I'll select the key point number 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Okay. Next, after creating the line, I'll minimize this. Next, after modeling, I'll go for meshing. I'll go for mesh attributes. Next, picked lines. I'll select all the 3 lines. I'll click on OK. Next I'll select OK. After mesh attributes, I'll go for size control, manual size, lines, pick lines. I'll pick all the 3 lines. I'll click on OK. I'll give number of element division as 10. Next I'll click on OK. Next, after lines, next I'll go for mesh tool, mesh. I'll select all the 3 lines. Okay, meshing has been done. Next, after meshing, I need to apply the load. I'll go for loads, define loads, apply structural displacement on key points. I'll select first key point, last key point. Okay, I'll give the constraint as ux, uy, uz, rotation x, rotation y. Since it is simply supported beam, I'll click on OK. Next, after this, I need to apply the load. I'll go for force or moment on key point. I'll select third key point. Next, I'll click on OK. Here, the load is acting in the y direction. The value is minus 80,000. Next, I'll click on OK. The load has been applied here. Next, after that, I need to apply the uniformly varying load. For that, I'll go for pressure on beams. See, this is many methods are there to apply the uniformly varying load. I'll show one of the method. Since I have divided the first line into 10 equal parts, I'll select one by one. I'll select first line. I'll click on OK. See, here the load key, you need to change this to 2. This is very important. I'll give load at node I 0, load pressure value at node J 4. Next, I'll click on apply. I'll select the second segment, click on OK. Next, pressure value at node I, I'll give 4. Pressure value at node J, I'll give it as 8. Next, I'll click on apply. Next, I'll second the third part, OK. Here I'll give pressure at node I 8. This I'll give 12. I'm giving the multiples of 4 since the load is varying from 0 to 40. I'll click on apply. Next, I'll select next segment, OK. Next is I'll give 12 to 16, apply. Next I'll next segment, OK. I'll give this as 16 to 20, apply. Next I'll repeat the same procedure, 20 to 24, apply. Next 24 to 28, apply. Next 28 to 32, apply. Next 32 to 36, apply. Next last one, okay. This is the 10th division. I'll give 36 to 40. I'll click on OK. See, this is the application of I've applied the uniformly varying load. This is one of the method. There are many methods are there to find to apply the uniformly varying load. Okay. Next, after this, load has been applied. I'll minimize the load. Next, preprocessor stage is done. Next, I'll go for solution, solve, current LS. Okay. I should get solution is done. I got that. Next, I'll close the things. Next, I'll go for general post processor. In this, first I'll create the element table, define table, add. I'll drag this by sequence number SMISC. Numbers I'll give 3, apply, 16 apply, 6 apply, 19. Okay, I've created 4 element table. I'll close this. Next, after element table, first I'll go for plot result, contour plot, nodal solution, DOF solution, Y component. Okay, see the deformation we have got 264.661, but theoretically we got 270 millimeter, which is almost close to this value. Next, again I'll check the SFD and BMD. I'll go for line element result. First I'll select 316. I'll click on OK. So this is the bending moment diagram. Here the maximum value is 0.12 into 10 power of 9. We have got in the theoretical calculation, that is 12 into 10 power of 7. Both are same. Here 0.12 into 10 power of 9. If you shift the decimal, you will get 12 into 10 power of 7. Next, again I'll go for line element result. I'll select 619 to check the shear force diagram. I'll click on OK. See, this is the variation of shear force diagram. There we have got the minimum value as minus 60,000. Here we are getting 59,800, which is nearer to 60,000. Maximum value 80,000. There also we have got the 80,000. So all the values are verified with respect to theoretical and then ANSYS. Okay, this is about the uniformly varying load. Thank you.